Well, welcome back to the opening stream series that I guess I have going now. Uh, this will possibly be the penultimate in this run. Uh, Still, Mama has not arrived, so there is no Mama to open. But we have, of course, the 2021 Tin of Ancient Battles. I still have six more of these tins. We'll probably open five of them today, maybe six if I have the energy, but I'm running on very little sleep, so that's a question mark. We'll see how long my voice holds out, but definitely looking forward to getting more pulls. Our pulls last time were really good, so this will be exciting. Of course, there is still other surprises. Since I have now gotten all of my singles that I ordered, so I have all the singles finally. Uh, Last time I showed I'd only gotten the Vampire Fraulein, and now the rest of them have arrived, and we'll start. I guess I'll reveal them maybe throughout the stream instead of all at once. Uh, so we'll start with maybe the least interesting, least exciting. Speaking of Vampire Fraulein, I have now a copy also of Vampire Fascinator. Another cool zombie monster, cool Link. I like the whole vampire archetype. Fascinator's cool. She has just really nice art. She's got an interesting effect that helps about vampires and zombies extend their plays and take control of other monsters. And her rarity is a super rare. Just looks good with like the mystical aura. Uh, that I guess is used to fascinate other vampires. So I thought this would be a cool little pickup, mostly because I was looking through when I was picking up a couple other cards, and this seller happened to have this, and I was like, you know what? If I'm ordering a couple of cards from this seller anyway, I like this card, so why not get my hands on it? Uh, so yeah, that's the first of the singles, and now time to open the case. Each of these again has three mega packs with a lot of very interesting things to pull from a wide array of neat and nifty archetypes and series of cards. So I am definitely looking forward to seeing what we pull. To know if we'll beat last time, our pulls were pretty insane. We did pull the money card of the set, which is the Zeus. But let's see if we can get some more three of some of the other cool cards that we pulled, like Ecclesia. Starting out with Dark Templar at Ignister, Melfi Playhouse, Gookie Ironclaw, another Deep Sea Minstrel, Melfi Puppy, Torpedo Takedown, ooh, Shiny Black Sea Squatter, of course from the famous Sea series of cards, Drytron Delta Altes, Drytron card. Ooh, there is our prismatic secret of the pull, and one of the cards we did not get last time, and one of my other very favorite cards, El Shadal Construct. Of course, as a Shadal player, this is of course the alternate art, which is gorgeous. Uh, Very good card. Hopefully, I can show off the rarity a little as best I can. It looks very good, very sparkles. Lovely card. Very happy to have pulled this. Probably should have brought some sleeves over because this is definitely a sleeve card that's going to get put aside. But yeah, fabulous card. Definitely one of the cards that I was really hoping to pull from this set, so I'm glad that I managed to pull one. Another area of the Water Charmer Gentle. Area of the Water Charmer Gentle. Piercing the Darkness. That I believe that is if you normal summon or special summon a non-token normal monster, you can draw a card when this card is or was ritual summon using normal. So this is normal monster support. And of course it features Dark Paladin. Ooh, there's another interesting card. The Phantom Knights rank up Magic Force. Because their other rank up was banned for a hot minute, so they needed a new one. Or maybe this is the one that was banned. But yeah, the Phantom Knights rank up is a pretty powerful card if you're playing Phantom Knights. Uh, Deep Sea Prima Donna, another very powerful synchro monster. Inizubi Hanabi. Rufiness, the Tactical Trapper. Execution of the Contract. Salamandrate. And a Ravenous Crocodragon Arcathus. Very powerful synchro monster. So a very good pack to start us off. Very exciting. Now let's see what pack number 2 we'll have in store. Starting off very strong with a popular card from the very famous character I from Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrain, the best Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, of course. It's not. It's not the best one. Melfi Mami. Kairu Shin. Adignister. Rika Queen Strenna. Hi, Gina. Yes. I mean, I think there's debate, but I think everybody should agree that Brains is probably the worst one. I guess unless you really don't like Zexel, which also fair choice. I feel like none of the other series deserve the worst title. Rika Queen Strenna is Rika's. I think have been pretty interesting lately. I think they're one of the few kind of rogue decks that actually counters Ishizu tier. But yeah, I don't think they've been fully explored. So interesting stuff going on with the Rika. Soldier Gaia, the Fierce Knight. Infernoble Knight, Infernoble Arms, Haute Claire. Traptrix, Alomaris, that's a playset of that now. Malice, Lady of Lament, that's 2 of those. Burning Draw, speaking of Salamandrate. Titaniclad, the Ash Dragon. Dragon Maid Tidying. Right, I get a better angle. Because like busy cards are really hard to show like what's going on. Infernoble Knight Astolfo. Dogmatica Encounter. Ecclesia meeting Albaz there in the lore. Melfi Pony. Rock Band Xenoguitar. And Jack O. Bolin. And Linkerbell. And the final pack of the tin. Hey, we got the card that I named the stream after. You have to have a high enough IQ to understand Yu-Gi-Oh. it's a series that is extremely requires knowledge of science to understand. Cyberse Accelerator, Bellcat, Dark Lord Uprising, Goki, the Power Load Ogre. I don't think they put any of the meta Goki in here. Fearden, the Winds of Mischief, Drytron Gamma Eltanin, Super Heavy Samurai Wagon. Well, there's another one we wanted to pull. It is Ice Dragon Prismatic Secret Rare Ice Dragon's Prison, depicting the battle between Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Bear, and Dragoonity Ascalon. No, I'm not. I'm not calling you out. Yeah, it's a joke in the community. Vrains is widely considered to be the worst. Zexel as well. The other three are flawed, or the other four are flawed, but generally regarded as pretty good overall. Okay. But Ice Dragon's Prison, of course, referencing the Dual Terminal 3 lore, or no, the Dual Terminal 2 lore. Uh, uh, Also, a really, really powerful trap card. So I definitely wanted this one. Lets you special summon a monster from your opponent's graveyard, and if they control a monster with the same, is it type? Yeah, it's the same type as that monster. You can blow up that monster. You can banish it, and you can banish both of them. Yeah, so you can banish the monster of the same type. Extremely powerful. So excellent pull, and both two very good prismatic secrets there. Mahama the fairy dragon. Hey, look who it is. It is a second copy of Rishadal Wendy. Super awesome. Love this card. One of my favorite Shadal cards. Uh, Having two is awesome. Definitely looking forward to putting these in a deck um, and actually building a real Shadal deck. I'm actually somewhat well on my way now. So very cool to have a second one. Uh, Sales Pitch. Another Windpeg. Rookie for Lifeless Leaffish. I love fusion. Okay, God. Fucking kill me with a Roomba, please. Capricious Dark Lord. Transrite Cicada. And back to A.I.Q. I don't know. I don't really have a card shop near me. I think the closest card shop that does the closest OTS store is I think a 40-minute walk from me. So, maybe in the summer I'll try it out. I'll give it a shot. If I have like a deck constructed, I'll probably get my ass handed to me because I'll be building some sort of outdated Shadal deck for a locals. But yeah, it's probably not going to be super likely. But it might be nice to build, the deck that I've been playing, at least a modern variant of the deck that I've been playing online since 2014. So it might just be more of a sentimental, actually getting to build a deck that I've never really had an IRL deck. So it will. I think it'll be fun. Because like I've never been able to like actually open cards. I was only ever able to get structure decks and the occasional like pack or single here and there as a kid, or like a lot of like random cards on eBay. So I've never until now opened any tins or boxes or anything like that. If I decide to get a box of Photon Hypernova, that'll be my first booster box that I ever get. So let's see what I want to reveal next from the singles. think we'll go with this one. An easy pick. This is one that got me on this seller. The seller that had the Vampire Fraulein, and this is the card I in specific wanted. It's not a particularly meta monster, but it is a personal favorite. This card first appeared in the 2015 film Dark Side of Dimension, and it is of course the Pandemic Dragon. Awesome effect using attack drain. You can pay 100 life points to do attack drain. Yeah, because I didn't really get a lot, so I just had the sort of random, you know, jank. Oop. But yeah, Pandemic Dragon was a card that if I did a Yu-Gi-Oh fan fiction, would probably be the protagonist Ace Monster. Love this card. Super powerful effect if you can, summon it. It's a 2 tribute level 7. But it's a Kaiba card. Uh, Very brief role in the movie, but its interesting effect and cool design just made it stick out to me. That's how we do it. See, that's why we're part of the same community. It's because we're all thugs, thieves, criminals. Well, speaking of hardened, serious criminals, we have Melfi Catty, as well as Squeak Knight, Dogmaticism, Melfi Puppy, Obsessive Oovaloop, Dark Lord Nurgle, Drytron Gamma Eltanin. I believe that is a playset now. Fiendish Portrait. What does this do? Target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Special summon one monster with that name from your deck or extra deck, but shuffle it into the deck during the end phase of the next turn. Also, you cannot special summon from the deck or extra deck the rest of this turn after this resolves. Interesting idea, but I don't really see too much of maybe a very fun card for a character deck. Second copy of Uria, Lord of Searing Flames, Sacred Beast. Gizmek Kaku, the Supreme Shining Sky Stag. Big mechanical stag. And also Speedroid. Oh, well, I knocked a couple of cards, and you might have seen the one I just pulled, and it means I'm going to have to get up because there is, in fact, a second Divine Arsenal Double A Zeus Sky Thunder, aka the money card of this set. Worth $20, so not a huge money card, but still probably worth sleeving. So let's get you into a sleeve. Yeah, I just flicked him. I mean, to be fair, I don't like. I don't. I wish he didn't exist, but he is still a very valuable card. But this set has been very stacked so far. Let's get him in a hard case because the most valuable thing I'm gonna pull. There he is. So I am actually making back a decent percentage of this set, of my money on this set, which is a surprise. Honestly, I didn't think I would. Dogmatica Encounter, Melfi Pony, Winpeg, Lizard, Rose Girl, Gaia, and Catty. So that was our fourth pack and our fourth big hit. So bangers after bangers so far. Hard to like get this one. It's so bright. The card is so itself is so bright. Melfi Mommy, Proxy F, Ret Time Reviver Emitter, Code Talker Inverted, Arcjet Lightcraft, TIE Strike, Arc Rebellion Xyz Dragon. This is another nice pull. It is a one of the two level 5 or rank 5 Xyz evolutions of Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, which is one of my favorite, actually my favorite Xyz monster. Not a card that spoilers that I have yet. It's a little more expensive, but a very very cool card. Still a lot of Konami orbs, as is the case with all of the Dimension Dragons, but very cool card. Uh, three level 5 monsters, but you're never going to do that. It is Xyz Summon, can't be destroyed by card effects. You can detach an Xyz material. It will gain attack equal to the total original attack of all other monsters on the field, which fits with the Rebellion. If this card has a Dark Xyz monster as material, negate the effects of all other face-up monsters on the field. After this effect resolves, you cannot declare attacks with other monsters for the rest of this turn. Very powerful effect if you could get it off. It is run, ironically, with the rank up magic we pulled is the way to activate its effect. Oh, here's another interesting card. Here's another interesting pull. Deep Sea Aria. This is the searcher for the Deep Sea. This is the Deep Sea Diva searcher. You can banish a monster, a water monster from your graveyard, and search a level 4 lower sea serpent, which is very powerful because Deep Sea Diva and her little mini archetype are pretty powerful in a water deck. Unfortunately, in the current meta, water decks, as good as the support for water decks are, I would argue that water is the third most powerful type after light and dark. But it's so far behind right now, even with some interesting brews. Water just can't keep up, even with powerful stuff like this, because Bit Seals exist and make light and dark decks basically 10 times better than anything else. Little frustrating, but Virtual World Roshi, Lao Lao. Again, Virtual Worlds are a popular deck. I don't know too much about them. Virtual World Kieran Lili. Another band boy, the Chaos Ruler, the Chaotic Magical Dragon. Another Virtual World. This is the Virtual World pack. Virtual World Shell Yaya. Or Ja Ja. He's laughing in Spanish. Lifeless Leaf Fish. Witchcrafter Unveiling. Witchcrafter Patronus. Flourishing Frolic. Gaia. Dogmatica Nation. And we're back to the mommy. And the final mega pack for this second tin. We'll start off with some Impachis or Impachi, 1 or 8. Bellcat Fighter, Dogmatism, Gluttonous Reptolfin Greethus, Disposable Learner Device, Goki Guts, Infernoble Arms Durendal, Adamancipator Seeker, Raviel, Lord of Phantasms, Shimmering Scraper. We already have one of these. We still don't have I think we still don't have a Hamon or a regular Raviel. Picari Ignister, Odd Eyes, Revolution Dragon. Can you even tell what's going on in this clusterfuck of a card? Spiral Fusion. That's a Gaia the Fierce Knight fusion card. Marincess. Link Party. Well, I love the art for this card. All the Link versions of the attribute boosters from the ancient times, having a nice little tea party. Very cute. Melfi Wabby, Junk Sleep, Infernoble Knight Ogier, Link Burst, and we're back to 1 or 8. So far, pretty good pulls. Let's see if we can keep up the trend. We have 3 tins left, I believe. Or no, we have 4 tins left. A lot of tins. We will get this one out of the wrap before we reveal the next bunch of singles. Yeah. All right, so the next bunch of singles, this is going to be probably the big batch. We're going to start with one of my favorite cards in the entire game. And the only playset I picked up, which is we got Malith, so I had to have 3 copies of Lilith, Lady of Lament. Phenomenal card, a fantastic searcher for normal traps. Awesome art. I love the whole evil devil shtick. Super cool card. Would run it. I do run this at 3 in Shadal's. I play a trap heavy variant. So definitely a card I like to run. And a personal favorite since I love trap card play and the whole virus strategy is very fun. I am not playing a Laird of Darkness deck, so I did not get Loris, mostly because even though Loris has probably the second best effect of the Ladies of Lament, I just don't care for her art. The whole lolly thing just is unappealing. But there is a third Lady of Lament. There is a fourth Lady of Lament, rather, and I did pick up a copy of Alice as well. Alice, probably the one that took the hardest in terms of the blonde hair was kind of weird at first, but I've grown on it. I think this actually might be my favorite art for the Ladies of Lament series, which is just a cool series. I love cards that interact with trap cards, so and I'm a big fan of the Fiend type. This is just a perpetual sort of. If you're playing Ladies of Lament, you base any Ladies of Lament in your deck. Alice is a nice one-off. She's easy to special summon, so she can help extend combos and recover Ladies of Lament for other nefarious purposes. So I now have all of the three Ladies of Lament. Obviously, Malice sucks, but I like her art, so I'm glad to have pulled her. Uh, and I don't have to actually buy a copies of Malice, which is nice because again she sucks. So that is the second to last set of single. Just one more single we'll get to after this. Even though I'm saving it to last, it is going to be the least exciting. Well, to be fair, it's at least they're not vampires, they're demons, but otherwise correct. But yeah, it's a fun trap strategy, which always because there's plenty of waifu cards that are very nice, but are not playable in any way in any deck that I would ever play. So it's nice to have waifus that appeal to my play style. That's where Yu-Gi-Oh gets it. There's Melfi Playhouse, Gookie Ironclaw, Eyes Ritual, Melfi Puppy, Torpedo Takedown, Gusari, Alomeris, Drytron Alta, Delta Altace, another Shimmering Scraper. Hey, here's another one of the ones I wanted to pull. It's a Nail Shadal Ariel. Of course, the Shadal version of Ariel, Priestess of, or whatever, of Gishki. This is a nice one-off in Shadal's if you can afford the space. She's got some a built-in mini Pot of Avarice effect. Uh, Her flip effect, I think, is completely useless in most situations, but she is very hard to show. She's very sparkly, um, but a decent one-off, and especially if you want to run a Nautilus, or I'm just going to call it Anomalilith because it's the easier version of the name to pronounce. This is a good pick, or if you just need another attribute of Shadal for whatever reason. Uh, Again, I wish we had retrains of the attribute fusions for Shadal so that we could run more interesting variants. But yeah, she's a decent one off. Hey, it's a hand trap. It's Ghost Mourner and Moonlit Chill. I think this is not the worst one. If your opponent special summons a monster, you can negate the effect of that monster's of one of the monsters that they special summoned. And if it leaves the field, they take damage. So that's actually a decent effect. Kind of, I guess, a budget Ash. Helps, if not stop combos, at least discourage them. I definitely like this one. One of the interesting effects on the girl hand trap series that exists. So one of the more interesting and less boring ones. Her along with a Ghost Reaper. Uh, Virtual World Gate Shinlong. Dogmatica Encounter. I have a good chunk of a Virtual World deck as well. Melfi Pony, Winpeg, Zebroid X, Crocodile Dragon, and Xenoguitar. So another good pull. Lots of Shadals. Always love when a pack starts on this one. It's the best one. It's Melfi Catty. Oh, a Squeak Knight. So we've actually had this identical opening already. Dogmatism. Yeah, we had this exact opening. Okay, now we're going to hit Ryu. First three were exactly the same as another one. Disposable learner device. Melfi Hide and Seek. Noctivision Dragon for your Dragon Link needs. Xyz Import. Dogmatica Ashiyan. Not the Dogmatica we're looking for. Ignister AI Land. Definitely not the card we're looking for. Dogmatica Theo the Iron Punch. Virtual World City Kowloon. Very nice art on that one, referencing, of course, the famous Kowloon Walled City. Idol Reborn. Great art on that one, just really sticks out there. Perufiness. Joyous Melfies, having a good time. Rose Girl. The Dogmatica Nation, also known as Anne Orlando. Ravenous Crocodragon. And we're back to the Catty. We've really been getting a lot more capricious, but it is nice to get another indulged Dark Lord. Rainbowzu. Goki Ironclaw. High Strike. Mephi Puppy. Obsessive Uvaloop. Artillery Catapult Turtle. Drytron Gamma Eltanen. We've gotten a lot of these. Parallel Exceed as our Prismatic. Mahama the Fairy Dragon. Virtual World Kirin Lili. Infernoble Knight Emperor Charles. Curry Kiri Curse. Lifeless Leaf Fish. Witchcrafter. Free Range Monsters. I think that's a new one. Melfi Fenny. That's a new one as well. Light Dragon. And we're back to the Indulged. Not as strong of a tin as the last one, I will say. But we got to have a weak one in there somewhere. So let's get this next one opened up. And I think we'll show off the final single after this 10. Since this is probably the second to last 10. So we'll have an extra 10 here. I think I've gotten almost every single thing I've wanted. I'd like a third copy of Wendy and Ecclesia. Other than that, I think that's basically everything I wanted to pull. So, very sick. Oh, there is another card that I haven't pulled that I'd like to see more of, but I doubt we're going to see 3 of it because it is fairly rare. Cursed Dragon. Mutually Afferred Destruction. Eyes Ritual. Red Rain. Sakingu. Rika Queen. Buzzsaw Shark. Heavy Forward. Adamancipator Relief. Adamancipator Signs. Burning Draw, Ignister Island, Union Driver. This thing I believe is used alongside was used before Union Carrier was banned. Rather, Witchcrafter Unveiling, Witchcrafter Patronus, Rinseth. I love Fusion. I do. Capricious Dark Lord once again. Tends to show up in the back half. The Trans Right Cicada. And that is the last of those cards. Next up, we have the Raiders Unbreakable Mind, featuring the Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon I mentioned. Ibicella Lutea, Dark Templar, Jabbing Panda, Maugus, the Infernoble Knight, Battle Survivor, Infernoble Arms Joyeuse, another Fiendish Portrait, Virtual World Roshi Lao Lao. Hey, there's another one. It's Nadir Servant. This is, of course, the famous search card for the Dogmaticas. By sending a card from the extra deck to the graveyard and not summoning any cards from the extra deck, you can search any Dogmatica monster from your deck or graveyard that has an attack less than or equal to the sent monster, but it's probably going to. Very powerful search effect. Still limited in the OCG, I believe, but at 3 in the TCGs, it probably should be. It's not actually very powerful in the current meta, but very good card. Tri-Brigade Nerval. Raiders Wing. That was the card I'm not expecting to get 3 of. Link Party. Melfi Rabby. Deep Sea Prima Donna. Dracoon Lamp. Horn of Oliphant. And Emancipator Resonance. Back to the unbreakable mind of the Raider. Final pack of the penultimate box we're going to open tonight. I think we're going to leave 1 tin for the Mama opening to keep that one a big event. Infernoble Knight Captain Oliver. Proxy F. Ret Time Reviver Emitter. Code Talker Inverted. Arcjet Lightcraft. TIE Strike. Chaos Summoning Beast. This is support for the Sacred Beasts. Super Heavy Samurai Wagon. Invoked Augoides. I think this is which invoked is this one. If this card is special summoned or a monster is special summoned in your opponent field, you can target a monster on your opponent controls and destroy it. Yep. One of the good invoked, I guess. I don't like invoked, never have. It is a fusion toolbox. Like Shadal's, it actually gets paired with Shadal's a lot, but I just think that the way invoked plays is really obnoxious. In comparison, and their effects are way more standard and boring than the Shadal's. And it's only one main deck monster, so you don't actually play. It's like a tiny engine, which I just don't like for what it does. So I usually avoid playing them. I just don't think they're very fun. Another copy of Maximus. That's a playset of Area. Gaia. Rat, Rufiness, Stolfo, Light Dragon, and Yunk Sleep, and Flourishing Frolic. All right, so let's get the final tin out of the box for tonight. See if we will get any of the three ofs or the two of the Dear Servant. And the final single that I bought, the most expensive single that I bought. That's why I've saved it till last. But it also is the least surprising single because what would I be if I didn't own a copy of my favorite card? It is an El Shadal Winda. It is, of course, first edition Duelist Alliance EN048. Uh, I couldn't resist getting the original. Kind of hard to see in the hard case, but easily my favorite card in the game. Uh, love to play this one. It wasn't. It's not super expensive. It's I think like a $7 card in near mint, which is how I got it. But it's cheaper if you get one of the variants or because there's it's been reprinted a few times. But I wanted the original. It's my favorite card. I love the art, love the fact, love the lore. It's tied to, of course, the Gusto lore and the Shadal lore, and then later Ritual Beast because it follows basically the protagonist of Dual Terminal Winda, who is great. It has a really interesting control effect or lockdown effect. What's it called? The floodgate effect. It has a really interesting floodgate effect where you can only special summon. Both players can only special summon one time per turn, which just makes it really interesting to play around. Even though modern combo deck players absolutely hate this card. Shadal monster plus a dark monster makes it really easy to bring out. Also immune to card effect or immune to destruction by card effects. Makes it a little bit hard to get out of the way, given its fairly low stats. But just a phenomenal card all around. Very fun to use. Uh, love the lore, love the art. It's just a classic, and wanted to have my favorites finally after all these years. Indulged Dark Lord, followed up by the Rain Bozu, Goki Ironclaw, Speedroid Block and Roll. I think that is another new common. We still get new commons this deep into the case. Goki Destroy Ogre. I think that might be even another new one. Phantom Knight of Stained Greaves. Another Phantom Knight. Always like to see those. Adamancipator Seeker. Dogmatica Punishment. Hey, there's another card we haven't seen yet. And another card that I wanted. I forgot that this was in here too. Dogmatica Punishment is the Dogmatica Trap card that you're going to be searching with Ecclesia. Target a face-up monster your opponent controls and send a monster with equal or higher attack from your extra deck to the graveyard and destroy that monster. And of course, since it's a Dogmatica card, till the end of your next turn, you cannot summon from the extra deck. Punishment is super cool. Of course, features Fleur de Lis. Destroying, I think, Titanic Lad. Awesome card. Glad I was able to at least pull one of these. since it's a prismatic secret. Hey, it's Fleur de Lis. Love her. Very cool. Uh, Rest in peace, though. She does die in the lore. Uh, hey, speaking of big money cards, it's our second Triple Tactics talent. So we really are making a huge chunk of this back. Another card that needs to go in a sleeve. And then I think we pulled a fusion monster that I have not seen yet. So that is a new card. But Brigand the Glory Dragon. I assume that's a Fallen of Albaz fusion. Yes, it is. But this is an immediate one. This card is worth, I believe, $11. Which, fairly large pull. Not one of the good Albaz fusions, and there are many Albaz fusions, but nice to see another new card. Red Familiar, another new card, another new common, too. Drill Driver Vespinato, Nine Lives Cat, Crimson Resonator. I think that's our third. Eyeshadow. Jack in the Hand. Gotta love the ghost tricks. You know, even if they're terrible, they're still fun. They're having a good. The ghost tricks are having a good time, so that's all that counts. Doesn't matter if they're good. Starting with a Rainbow Zoo. I don't think we've done that before. Gonna have a Goki Iron Claw, Adamantipator Crystal Raptite, Destroy Ogre, Battle Survivor, Dark Lord Uprising, Fiendish Portrait, 0/0 Fiend Effect. It is a second Chaos Summoning Beast. Machina Metal Cruncher as our Prismatic. Here is Hierarchia. What the hell is this thing? If this during the main phase, if this card is in your hand or graveyard, quick effect, you contribute up to 3 fairy monsters, special summon this card, but banish it and it leaves the field. Then you can apply the following effects in sequence depending on the number of attributed monsters. You can destroy, if it's 2 or more, you can destroy a card your opponent controls. 3, you can draw 2 cards. So a pretty powerful effect if you're playing a fairy deck. I think it's sitting on a Vylon, but you should never consort with Vylons. Oh, a new one. Adamantipator Resin Leonite. That is a new monster. We have not seen yet. New synchro monster. Still so much that we haven't seen in this, which is amazing because we pulled like I think most of this, and there's still a few cards that we have not yet seen. Another eyeshadow, another Jack in the Hand, which is worth 2 in the Bozu. So another very nice set. Now let's see what our final pack of the day has in store for us. Oh. What will it be? There is a Melfi's playing tag. Man, the Melfi art is so light, it's like hard to show it off. Resonator command. Squeak Knight. Goki Guts. In for Noble Knight, Maugus. Red Rain. Should be our first super. It is Super Heavy Samurai Wagon. Hey, Jurassic Rules. Melfi of the Forest. That is another new one. Like, I'm trying to show off the Melfis. They're very cute. Thank you for the follow, Jurassic Rules. My day's been pretty good. We got a lot of good pulls today. I still have one more. We're gonna finish off the tins next time, but I got a whole case of the 2021 Tin of Ancient Battles, and the pulls have been insane from today and last time. Speaking of, our prismatic secret is going to be, oh god, uh, Celiglare the Luminous Lunar Dragon. A brand new card, another card we have not yet seen. Oh, you pulled the Ghost Rare Dark Magician Girl. Congratulations. That is a hell of a pull. That is a really nice pull. That is a big money card. Very nice for display, or if you want to sell it, that is a hell of a pull. So what does this guy do? When you can normal summon or set this card without tributing, but its original attack becomes 1500 during the main phase. Quick effect, you can target a monster your opponent controls with attack less than or equal to this card. Return it to the hand, and if you do, take control of that opponent's monster until the end phase. And you can only activate this effect once per turn. Interesting card, maybe a cool boss monster or something for like if you're doing a custom card. Oh, the secret rare pot of prosperity too, man. That's a lucky streak. You should pull lottery numbers. Next up, it's Otha again. That's our second Asa of the entire case. Dogmatica Adin the Enlightened. Virtual World Phoenix, Fan, Melfi Pony, Witchcrafter Jenny, Witchcrafter Patronus, Linkerbell, Salamangrate Zebroid X, Melfi Fenny, and Melfi Tag was where they started. So that is the last card of the day. We'll have one more little tin of this left for next time, alongside our second box of Mama, and whenever that gets here. But yeah, that is the pulls of the day. We'll go over those again really quick. We'll start with the singles, of course, the three singles of Lilith that I picked up, as well as the Alice. Vampire Fascinator and Pandemic Dragon. And last but not least, of course, the El Shaddai win the first edition. And in terms of today's polls, we have, let's just get them all together. See if I can pick them up. Navigate around, and now I can pick them up. Gloves make it a little hard. Start off with one of the big polls, Triple Tactics Talent. We have the Arc Rebellion Xyz Dragon. Dogmatica Punishment. Very happy to have gotten this. Probably going to have to pick up two more because this is definitely a 3-off. Or a 2-off maybe. I think I actually in my deck run 2 of them. So Nadir Servant, which is a 3-off. So we only have one of these. Rishadal Wendy, which we have 2 of the 3 I would want. Nail Shadal Ariel, 1-off, so I'm glad I just got the 1. And Ice Dragon's Prison, which I also run one of, and El Shadal Construct, which I'm fine just getting the one of because I'm gonna probably get a first edition of these two. Uh, Lovely card. And of course, the big boy of the hour, the biggest of boys, the Zeus. Big, the biggest pull in this tin. Not a particularly high value tin, but I just happen to like a lot of the cards in here. But this is the big pull. And let me go get the up. And of course, the big pulls from last time. Yeah, Zeus is one of those big cards. He's one of the big generic boss monsters that I'm not such a big fan of. But he's in a fairly dinky tin. But we also have the Triple Tactics talent from last time, so now we have two of those. And of course, the Zeus from last time. So now we have two of those. Uh, Very cool to have pulled the two Zeus. Um, Jormungand is interesting, right? Because it's generator. I know a lot of people. I know generator is a popular deck. Uh, yeah, it's a cool to see it run. Big boy Xyz deck. Rank rank 9, yeah, level 9, rank 9 stuff. Kind of similar to the Earth Machine rank 10 deck in its own way, where they just kind of turned an entire rank into an archetype. But yeah, so our polls have been pretty phenomenal. I've gotten basically every card that I've wanted, and I have like almost half a Shadal deck now. In True King Dinosaurs, that's nice. Yeah, dinosaurs have been very popular. Or just like historic. So ever since the Dino Structure deck, they've been very popular. It's good to see another rogue tier deck that's kind of been floating around for a while. I like to see all of those. I like that there's a lot of that. There's like a really good, if you chop off like the top three decks, there's just a great rogue scene in Yu-Gi-Oh of just a bunch of like really interesting and weird decks. Hopefully they ban the Bestials, so maybe some more of them can see the light of day. But yeah, yes, we did. Yeah, Misk is a little he's a miscreant, but yeah, he was that's a hell of a card. All right, so that is our pulls for today. Next time we're going to be coming back. I don't know when. I still have to get in contact with the guy because I still haven't received the because I had to return the whole disaster with the Mama box. But hopefully they'll get it, and hopefully it's just a Christmas delay. So I'll message him probably tomorrow or Tuesday if I still haven't gotten it, and I'll pick that up, and that'll be fun. Mama is another great set, and we'll open up the final tin because my voice is dying and I didn't get any sleep last night, so I need to like stop somewhere. But excellent polls, a lot of the stuff that I wanted to see. Uh, yeah, so I am very excited to open some more. I don't know after next time if I'll be doing what I'll be doing next. Maybe Photon Hypernova, uh, depending on if I have the money at the time, because this has been pretty big investments in cards recently. But I just wanted to have the experience because I never got to open a lot of cards and get cool polls like this before, or own like a good chunk of like the decks I've been playing online for years. So it's all very exciting. But thanks for watching, everybody. I'm glad. I hope you enjoyed the all of the cards and all of the single surprises that I've gotten. I don't think I have many more surprises, but I definitely will probably keep picking up the occasional single. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, yeah. I wanted to share. I think it's fun. I think everybody likes the pulling experience, and being able to share that makes it a little more exciting and fun uh, than just sitting on the couch and opening them all by myself. So yeah, thanks you guys for coming, making it extra fun. And yeah, so I'm gonna head off before my voice completely dies. Uh, I do have to talk for my job. Look, that's like the half of Yu-Gi-Oh for me, honestly. Like like so many cards in Yu-Gi-Oh are completely unplayable, but the art is so good. It's just worth looking at. Like I didn't get all of the cards that I got just for like because I like I want to play them. Like I'm not gonna play vampires, but I just love their art, so I picked up Fascinator and Fraulein. I also, I love Pandemic Dragon. There's a few others I still want to get that are just literally just for the art because the art is so good. But yeah, and so some are playable, some have cool effects, some are just really nice art. Some are clusterfucks like the Rebellion, all the Dimension Dragons, but they're still fun clusterfucks. Yeah, so yeah, just the fun of Yu-Gi-Oh pulls is that even if you're not super into the cards, there's always nice art, and I love how diverse the art is. Like you have the Melfies, which are the pastel cute art, and then like the Dark Lords, which are like hyper like religious kind of anime, you know, and then like mechas. It's all very fun. Yeah. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good evening. I mean, at least it's evening for me. But yeah. So have a good night, all. And look forward to more either next week or the week after, depending on when I get the Mama box. And remember, tomorrow is yeah, I gotta get a lot of sleep because tomorrow is Blood and Ink on Team Stream. So I hope you're ready for that, Gina, because that's gonna be some hardcore, true pains and suffering. Classic suffering. That is, uh, since Blood and Ink, you have to come. Blood and Ink was my first stream originally. The second reading was my first time ever in the community. So so that's why I reference it so much. And I paid $260 that I didn't earn of fake Twitch money that I earned sitting up late at night clicking ads to get it. So anyway, again, thanks for watching. Have a good night, all.